ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the bracket stage of the Ori and the Blind Forest All Skills No Out of Bounds tournament. You've got quite the match coming up for you. TheRooseIsLoose versus SmashyLe, both very, very close in their seating position for the bracket stage. And joining me to cast the action is Shed. Shed, why is this match so special?
Well, Fant, on top of these two runners being particularly close in skill and seeding in the bracket, they also are a couple and live together and will be racing in the same room and have a grudge against each other. So this is going to be an exciting race all around.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, both of them are probably just going to be able to look over at each other's screens and say, it's like, haha, I see you took a death here. I'm in the lead now. Oh man, looking forward to it.
It's gonna be great. I'm just like imagining the kind of banter that will happen, and it's I want to hear it. Unfortunately, we won't be able to, but
yeah. So really quick update just on if you missed how the tournament format works here. We have 8 total divisions, and people are going to be working their way through the division. You have a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. So currently, this match is on the winner half. So both of these runners, SmashyLe and TheRooseIsLoose, will benefit from the double elimination portion of this tournament. Whoever loses here is not out of the tournament. They'll just go to the loser's bracket, and we'll find out who they're facing later on.
Right, because of this division being a little bit having some extra players in it, there's several options for who the loser will have to end up facing. But yeah, we'll have to find out as the tournament progresses for sure.
All right, so Shed, what are you looking forward to the most in this match?
I just want it to be close, to be honest. I want the runners to be one of them to be right behind the other the whole way through, and for a couple of lead changes and stuff, because those races are some of the most exciting to watch for sure.
Yeah, and as we see here, both runners reasonably close on the PB front, just about a minute and 12 seconds or so separating them, and that's definitely close enough where this can be anybody's race. Directing your attention to the bottom left there, you got these awesome little stats here to show you. So TheRooseIsLoose is generally more consistent, has the better play all around, but SmashyLe is really, really close. And this is only based off of the previous tournament races. And SmashyLe's been putting in a ton of practice lately, and man, I hope to see great things from her today.
Yeah, same. When we mentioned that SmashyLe has been practicing quite a bit and tearing it up as far as the speedrunning goes, but Roose, on the other hand, has not had as much time, been a little bit busier in his IRL stuff. So this could be, despite the fact that Roose has an advantage, this could be closer than it might seem. But it looks like the race is about to start, so let's get ready for that.
Yep, there it is. SmashyLe and Roose starting at almost the exact same time. In sync, prologue skip. Excellent.
Oh my god, they're tied.
Yeah, important note I didn't get to mention earlier, but the best race time for SmashyLe and Roose, they're within 6 seconds of each other for the tournament.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Man, this could go in any direction.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Roose kept that those good paces up for his other races as well, while SmashyLe had a couple of perhaps subpar races in her other ones, but still managed to make it into the upper bracket, so good on her for sure.
No, I love these intro segments here. It's the same thing every time, just walking to the left and getting signed. But it's also pretty funny when they're so in sync, I can't tell if the stream is actually duplicated or not. It's okay, there's a slight difference there. There's a mouse movement on SmashyLe, and you're okay, we are indeed watching 2 different people here.
They jumped 2 pixels apart from each other. We're seeing SmashyLe doing some fancy color codes over here, not quite finding the color she wants. Ends on a nice green, always a good choice.
Got the toxic green color for SmashyLe. And don't see anything too fancy from Roose here.
Looks like he might have done it once and gotten something kind of off-white. That or he just didn't bother.
Yeah, but SmashyLe with a slightly better Frankie fight, able to pull just a fraction of a second lead here.
Yeah, these tiny micro leads that happen in the first split of the game usually don't mean much, but we might see a couple of tiny lead changes from here all the way to Blackroot potentially. See, they're
Smashy getting the pickup, the pickup animation, and Roos is already back in the lead. That pickup animation, whenever you get like a health pickup, an energy pickup, or an experience pickup for the first time, Ori will, take a look at it, gawk at it for a second, losing some time.
There's technically a dialogue box as well, but of course these runners run with the UI turned off via the Alt U bind, so that causes the dialogue to not actually pop up. But there's still a tiny animation that plays. Just one of the very, very, very minuscule parts of RNG in this run.
Yeah, we'll see the UI pop up on both Roos and Smashy's screen every once in a while just to get a quick count of their health status, how much XP they have, as well as to do an important trick called Save Anywhere that we're going to get to later. Both runners opting to get the 4th health cell here. Only cost a handful of seconds to go grab it. Very, very safe and very, very popular in the tournament.
Yep. Gives you a lot of nice safety in the late game, particularly in the Misty Woods area.
Both runners having a little bit of spaghetti there. Roos getting the health pickup and Smash having a little bit trouble dropping through. But still, just within like a second of each other getting the keystone here.
Looks like Smashy took a little bit of extra damage that she didn't want to take either. Hopefully that doesn't throw her too off. Okay, she's still at 3. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, and Roos took Roos there. So we'll have to, both of them spending time to go just kill those spores and walk through. But man, look at this. Smashy once again almost had the lead. So Smashy or Roos leveling up on the way down. Smashy is going to grab that flower at the top and level up on the way out. Very, very minor difference.
And
man, this is so close.
The wall jump tree. Holy cow. Despite all of those minuscule lead changes, it didn't matter. They are frame tied here.
I'm sure they're looking at each other's screens right now and just laughing like, oh man, this is so good.
Either that or you're just like, it's wall jump, we're going to be close anyway. But they're so impossibly tied right now. It's great. And now we got alternating jumps going on.
Yeah, Roos is going to save just a tiny bit of time here because Smash is going to have to get this XP flower, grab the XP. And now, I don't know, with the jumps off sync, looks like Roos is just in a very slight lead. Wow, this is exciting.
It's so close, dude.
Smashy took a hit on the spores. That's now at 2 HP here.
That's
has to be careful.
Rough.
However,
another damage, there's an extra little like fancy jump you can do in Blackroot that saves like a fraction of a second that she won't be able to do if she can't take a hit.
Yeah, well, Smashy checked her health there, probably low. Maybe we'll see her grab this little. Oh no, just going for it at 2 HP. This is very scary. Oh man, 1 HP for Smashy.
Taking a safety save.
Like it.
Safety save before Blackroot. Not a very common sight, but smart in this case for sure. Because this last little bramble wall can sometimes just throw you off and you run right into it.
And Smashy starts the save anywhere just slightly before the Roos is loose. Wow. Yeah, that save on the way to BRB, there's really not too much of a reason not to do it. It's just for so long, the route involved you requiring that energy inside BRB for some saves. But with the new, sorry, not really new, but the current XP route, we're going to get a level up inside BRB, grabbing that little XP orb that you see on the top right of Roos's screen there. And I'll give an energy refill. And yeah, so that 1 energy used earlier on, like almost no reason not to do it.
Right.
And oh no!
Smashy takes a death, goes to the top of Blackroot again. Those spikes are super, super deadly, even with the level. Or no, she didn't level up yet either. So yeah.
Yeah, you get the level up after you make it through that pit of spikes. There's those spikes dealing 2 or 3 damage. And
this time opting for a safety save. HP. This time she opted for a safety save before the spike pit area. Yeah, so that does mean she won't be able to do a reload cycle that some of the runners go for, but that didn't matter anyway since she took a death and the cycle is completely thrown off anyway.
Okay, she makes it up, gets the XP, and there's that time level up we were talking about. Yeah, that was a rough death, but still nothing insurmountable for Smashy here.
Right. She's definitely solidly behind now, but there's definitely potential to come back. Lots of potential mistakes on Roos's end, lots of tricks that Smashy could try for. We'll have to see how she manages to compensate.
Okay.
Lasers are insta-kill. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, SmashyLe missed the jump onto the pad there, and luckily caught the mistake before it was too late and moved out of the way. Because if she hit that on the way down, it would have been instant death from that laser.
Meanwhile, on the left, we're going to see Roos made it through this area without too much issue. Is now in the dash room, pulling this lever. Will be lifting the darkness, skipping the cutscene to do so, and grabbing dash. SmashyLe just entering that room now.
Roos is going to be using one of those energies for another save anywhere here. This will skip the darkness lifted cutscene.
Both of our runners' XP looks perfect for a trick coming up called Frankie Walk if you've not seen it before. Although if you've been watching this tournament at all, you've seen it millions of times because everyone does it. It's mandatory.
Yeah, there is a way to get around not doing it. It's called playing the game regularly. We don't do that in speedrun.
Or you could boulder clip, but that's banned because it's an out of bounds.
Not in this category, Shed. Don't get ahead of yourself. There's a nice dash through the slime there from TheRooseIsLoose. If you land in the right spot and dash at the right time, you can go through the slime and just gain fractions of a second there.
It's all about them fractions. They start adding up after a while. Here we're going to see the infamous Frankie Walk from Roos, kiting this Frankie all the way over to the right here so that we can kill him and eat his sweet life juices to level up and open a door way earlier than we are supposed to. Oh no, SmashyLe fell down in Blackroot, opting to reload to go back to the dash tree. That's a little bit unfortunate. Not incredibly costly, but it's going to add to the deficit that she already had.
Yeah, so Roos is going to be feeling a lot more comfortable now heading into the Death Walk. Or, not sorry, the Death Gauntlet.
Death Walk. I like it.
Death Walk sounds...
now he's going for Death Glide.
More grim. Just an endless gauntlet of death. Everything in here can kill you. Because you don't have any energy to save.
That's the game.
Oh, right there.
Roos missed the dash glide over the slime, took an extra hit on the way down, but he was fine, particularly because he made a safety save and also had 2 HP. Well, I'll have to see how Roos does on the grotto cycle here. That looks good. Nice. Well done. It's a very difficult and precise movement trick.
Checks his HP there, knows he's sitting at 1 HP, so will not have the damage boost at all on these spikes. Need to get down to 1 health here before the ghost door. In order to do that, kill yourself and go through. All intentional and well executed by Roos. SmashyLe didn't go for the death glide there. To kill the spores, it's slightly slower, not too big of a deal. But she is taking damage there, but she did safety save, so not that big of a deal. And now Roos is doing his blind movement on the left, but pay attention to SmashyLe on the right. Let's see if she can get the God Cycle in Grotto. Setting it up. Dash looks good, and
nice.
She can.
Well done, beautiful. She has a great success rate on that trick. More than 50% success rate on that trick is very, very difficult, to be honest.
Yeah, quick high five from the two as Roos is heading out to the grotto and SmashyLe heading in to grab double jump. Another excellent ghost door, and yeah, bring your attention to the left for TheRooseIsLoose again, going for a trick called Grotto Skip.
First try easy.
Okay, no, not even. Okay, that Roos did it.
Skipping a cutscene, SmashyLe doing blind movement.
You know what I really hope, and I'll have to ask them afterwards, is every time they cross each other's paths, if they do an in-person physical high five.
That'd be so good. Roos got some more cutscenes to skip. SmashyLe is heading to her grotto skip attempts. Let's see how many tries it takes her. Hopefully 1, so that she doesn't lose more time in this race here.
Excellent.
Nice.
That was a really
wow, that was
setup.
smooth. That was beautiful.
Textbook grotto skip from SmashyLe. Well done.
Now this section of the game is a lot of climbing these walls, which are notoriously finicky. You'll see they're not actually precisely vertical. They have a lot of bumps and nooks and crannies in them that sometimes Ori can get caught of, and they're notorious for just dropping inputs sometimes. So it's a little bit of a tough climbing section here as we head up to the Ginso tree. But these runners are skilled. So even if they have tiny little mistakes here and there, they'll still be making great time. Roos taking 3 damage from those spikes there, but gets a level up here. Be careful. Wow, that was really close. He almost died there, but had a safety save, so it wouldn't have been terrible.
Yeah, but Roos having a little bit of trouble getting through this area.
Yeah.
And this is giving Smash the opportunity to catch up. Like, again, right
Oh,
there, trying to
careful.
get up to the ability cell.
That jump's pretty hard. It's not as hard as something like Grotto Skip, but it can still give you trouble, as you saw Roos had there. But yeah, it's giving SmashyLe just that little bit of time. See if she manages to close the gap.
Yeah, so far her movement out of double jump has been fantastic. Gonna place a safety save here. Gets through without taking damage. Gets the level up, so yeah, she's gaining time here.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly what the deficit is at entering Ginso here. I expect it to be it's quite a bit less than it was at Dash, for example.
Just no numbers.
Sorry.
Whenever you do math on stream, you're guaranteed to get it wrong.
Screw it up.
We have people dedicated to that who are crunching the numbers as we speak.
We're seeing Roos is actually making fantastic time here. No pun intended. He was about 30 seconds ahead of his previous best Inter Ginso time in the tournament. So very, very nice job from him so far.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to keep up the space. Or not space, the pace is the word I'm looking for.
Base 2. Now we're going to be heading through the Ginso tree here. Full of verticality, as we like to say. Using double jump.
You had to do it, Shed.
I had to. It's required. Using double jump to its fullest potential here through a bunch of... Oh, Smashy!
Place to save.
He saved. Thank you. Maybe? I don't know if she saved. If she did, it's like inside the portal.
When you save near the portal, I can never see what's going on. The animations overlap.
What I see here, Roos is done with the first platforming section, is into the Ginso mini-boss. You just gotta kind of plink away at him with weak little sign here. A lot of times. You're normally supposed to have Charge Flame by this point in the casual route, which makes this fight go a lot faster, but we don't, so we gotta fight him the slow way. But Roos doing a nice job of minimizing the time it takes him to do that.
Yeah, that was a 5 cycle from Roos there, which is pretty much as good as you hope for. There's a possibility to get a 4 cycle, but incredibly...
It's so hard.
Yeah. So 5 is what you typically aim for.
Nice little swag jump from Roos as well.
I love that jump. Roos is going to be grabbing the keys, going to set up another ghost door right here. Take a death, and he is at the Bash Tree. Pretty good pace for Roos here.
Yeah. Very, very solid pace. Smashy doing quite well with her mini-boss as well. Maybe having a little trouble with the spawns, but manages the 5 cycle as well, I believe.
Yeah, it was indeed a 5 cycle. It's a nice dash glide through the door. Still keeping it close.
Well, careful, Roos. Roos showing off some double bashes. That, of course, is a 1-frame trick wherein you press the bash button immediately after releasing the bash button, like by 1 frame. But KBM has an easier time of it, but he takes a death. Oh, no!
Yeah, that death was before he was able to place the save for the key dupe. Man, Smashy is now within striking distance.
Yeah, that's almost all of the deficit right there. We still got about, I want to say 10 seconds. We'll see exactly how much it actually is. But that was a lot of time made up for Smashy. This race gets closer and closer.
Okay, opting for the double bash that time to get through.
Right.
Okay, so he is safe.
As I was going to mention before Roos took that death, double bash, of course, has sort of a cheating way of doing it that KBM, or keyboard and mouse, sorry, has access to. Both of these runners are on keyboard and mouse, so they will both be making use of it.
Slightly different setup for the save there from Smashy. More recent discovery is just making a save on the platform that, unfortunately, Roos took a death to. All right, Smashy gets the key dupe first try. Excellent. So it saves a little bit of time, but this is much
small
safer.
amount. Yeah. And of course, screwing up the setup then loses you even more time. Roos is done with his second mini-boss, not nearly as difficult as the first one to do quickly.
Smashy's
through your ghost door.
Yeah, just one room behind here. This is great.
This is fantastic. And of course, Roos is now heading to Swamp Entry, which is a fancy little bash manipulation of a frog that we used to break into the swamp area of the game earlier than expected. And doing it wrong could immediately catch Smashy right back up.
It's pretty amazing just how much utility the frogs in this game offer. I mean, there are so many like absolutely critical points of the run that involve frogs.
Throwing
they just
frogs
have
around.
to be placed in the perfect spot to pull these things off.
Roos has a really good success rate on Swamp Entry. He's 75% over the tournament. So
this is a save there, so a death here would not be too bad, but it looks like he's got the frog in a great position. Onto the spikes.
So far.
Yeah, these frog projectiles have like the same trait as Ori's charge jump and Ori's stomp.
Nicely
break
done.
all those surfaces.
First try Swamp Entry.
Smashy is close behind, performing her Swamp Entry, gets the frog into the correct position, takes a hit from the
Oh no! And she didn't make the safety save either, so she's back before the blind movement for this trick as well. But Roos also missed he flubbed a little bit of movement here and took a quick little bath in the swamp area. So maybe about the same amount of time lost for both of these runners. Probably more from Smashy, I think. But
yeah, Smashy's was more having to go all the way back to the blind movement, but she is over safely now. Just needs to double bash this over. Gets it, but misses the ability, still has to go down and grab it, but still, by no means is this over.
Oh, absolutely not. There is still plenty of race to go.
We're going to get a high five from the runners once again.
Again, yeah.
At the ghost door, no less. That was pretty well synced, going through the ghost door at the same time, just different directions.
Roos now has access to the left side of the map, so that's where he's going to be heading. Meanwhile, Smashy is coming up here to grab Stomp.
And the
Roos doing some more frog manipulation, like we mentioned, to get up to this cell.
They're so useful, aren't they?
So useful we name them. That one's name is Ringo.
Yeah, I'm not sure what causes just all these really, really loud drummer-like noises. But we're blaming the frog on that one. That's why he's got the nickname Ringo.
Roos is through a semi-difficult cutscene to skip there. Of course, you didn't see anything because you managed to skip it perfectly, but if he hadn't gotten it, that would have been a 17-second time loss, so...
See if Smashy gets it as well, but almost not worth mentioning at this point. Now, who ever watches that cutscene? As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
Nah, it's a pretty precise movement that can give some newer runners trouble, as we saw earlier in the tournament. But both of these runners are very experienced. Shouldn't have too much trouble. Come on, Smashy. Yep. What cutscene? Who cares? There's nothing there.
As Roos makes his way to the charge flame tree. Setting up a save anywhere. Forgot to turn off the UI there. Gets a very rarely seen text box. He's moving his way over to the teleporter. He's going to attempt a dash glide over it. Looks like he... Okay, he's setting up again.
He's setting up again.
And he got it this time. There is a slow zone. You can perform that save anywhere right on top of the teleporter, but then you have to walk through this really annoying slow zone. Kind of similar to the Blackroot Burrows intro cutscene.
Oh, no.
By dash gliding over it. She's fine. She's
okay, she's fine. That was pretty dangerous. That frog got knocked back to the right, so I mean, not dangerous as so much as Smashy would die, but it would be some pretty hefty time loss if the frog didn't follow her down in here. We, of course, use that frog to bash back out. You usually don't actually see it because of the save anywhere that a lot of runners carry from the charge flame tree, but they are bashing off of that frog that follows them to get out of the area way faster than they would otherwise. Smashy also gets the dash glide over the teleporter just fine.
Yeah, didn't have to do the setup twice again, so just a little bit of time save there.
This is still anybody's race.
Yeah, so Shed, what's Roos doing over here?
He is heading up to a notoriously fickle trick, Fast Stompless. where he's going to be throwing a spider shot here way off to the left off screen, and then running away to deload a wall in its way. And if he manages to collect this cell in the process, he'll be teleported to where Glide is, and it's perfect. Well done, first try.
Now it's SmashyLe's turn to answer. She heads up and is going to perform, or attempt to perform, the exact same trick here.
Nice little bird manipulation. We stomp on his head to break a wall that we wouldn't normally otherwise be able to. It's always a fun little movement. Come on, Smashy. Doesn't like the first shot. Let's try again. That one, she doesn't like that one either. Third shot.
Yeah, she grabbed. That one looks good. That one looks perfect.
It does.
First one, she grabbed the projectile a little too soon. But just needs to make her way up here, and there we go.
Nicely done. Roos, on the other hand, on the left side of your screen, is going into Sorrow Bash. Be careful. Oh, takes a death. Unable to make it up into Sorrow Pass. So he'll be trying that again. If SmashyLe gets Sorrow Bash first try, that's another little bit of time made up.
Hope, and Roos forgot the energy. Has to go back and grab it again.
Now his birds are way out of position, opting to wait to set him back up again. Gonna do 2 double bashes in a row here to get the bird in the right spot.
That pretty good position.
That looks okay, and there he's through. But of course, if SmashyLe gets this first try, that is quite a chunk of time made up.
All right, all eyes on SmashyLe. Come on, man. Not going for the energy crystals.
She, I don't know if she saved on the valet teleporter. Oh no, that's.
Oh, come on, come on. Bird looks good.
Oh my god! Oh, man, that was so close. Holy crap, that was so close. And Roos missed a rocket jump up to the 2nd level of Sorrow as well. So he's just losing these tiny little bits of time, well, large bits of time in the case of the.
Oh no, SmashyLe!
No! Oh no, SmashyLe takes a death. Has to go back to Sorrow Bash again.
Yeah, the rocket jump was just placed a little too far to the left and sent her flying into the spikes. Yeah.
Tasty, tasty, pointy chips. Unfortunate. Oh no, takes another death in Sorrow Bash. Come on, SmashyLe. Meanwhile, we're going to see Roos traveling through the spiky cave here in Sorrow behind a save anywhere in order to set up a trick called Terror Break. No, SmashyLe taking another death. That
Roos? Okay, he got it. He got it. All right.
Okay.
For a minute, I thought he placed his save too low, but for Terror Break to work, you'd be holding a direction, either left or right, and that will allow you to break through after performing the charge jump to kill yourself there.
SmashyLe, having trouble with.
What was that? A rocket jump?
I'm not sure that was intentional. That might have been a fat finger or something.
Just a little too low on the rocket jump.
SmashyLe getting what we call infinited by Sorrow Bash here, where you miss it once and you just start having troubles over and over and over again. Your mindset gets thrown off. Roos is done with Sorrow Pass now and will be heading down into Misty Woods.
Right, well,
SmashyLe opting for a closer safety save.
Well, Roos is about to get to Sorrow, or the Sorrow exit, right as SmashyLe's going in, so maybe we'll lend
another high five
to SmashyLe. All right, Roos, thank you very much.
Giving a little
SmashyLe the extra boost there.
Roos heads into Misty Woods. This is a very, very fast-paced area. Just got to get through it to the end to climb and then head back out again. But we have
SmashyLe gets the rocket jump correctly the 2nd time. All right, and places that safety save.
Yeah, perhaps feeling a little bit uneased after the couple of deaths there, places an extra safety save. I'm not sure if she usually does, but she opted for one now. We're also noticing that Roos has taken no safety saves in Misty. This is, despite being super fast-paced, this is a very dangerous area. Most everything in here does 3 damage, and he has 4 health, so 2 hits is enough to take him out.
Now, Roos, almost to the end here, after you get past this spiky corridor here, which he has the ability to take 1 free hit from. It's basically a free ride to the climb tree, so
He took the fall there a little safer than I imagine he would with his skill level, so perhaps seeing that SmashyLe is as far behind as she is, just opting to be a little extra safe with his strats and win the race.
All right, SmashyLe has performed the Terror Break successfully, doing the slow float to the top of Sorrow.
No time lost from doing the slow float. Everyone who does Terror Break has to do it, unfortunately.
Get wrecked, frog. That frog in particular, after you rocket jump off of him to the top to get to that keystone, he'll still be there on the bottom and can ruin your day if you're not careful. But smash.
You can do a little bit of a fancy manipulation to throw him into some spikes, but that sometimes doesn't happen and requires a bit of extra setup. So sometimes he'll be there to screw your day up.
Stomping right on top of it.
Yep. Heck you, frog.
SmashyLe
Get out of my way.
Tried to stomp through the lasers a little too fast, but there are a lot worse places to die here in Sorrow.
Nice rocket jumps from Roos here.
Indeed. That is one of the scariest rocket jumps in the game.
There's so many spikes in the way, and you can't rocket jump straight up. You got to be holding directions, and but not all the time. It's so bad. Wow, man, Roos screws up a quick kill on the minibus here, so we actually get to see the real fight, as so much of a real fight is when you have charge jump. But that is quite a little chunk of time lost from not doing the quick kill there, but not enough for SmashyLe to catch up with all of the trouble she had with Sorrow Bash.
Oh,
careful! No! She almost charge dashed right into another set of spikes there.
She's got 1 HP.
She's only got 1 energy. She's got 1 HP and 1 energy here, which probably means she won't opt for a safety save, because grabbing an extra energy here is super slow. Looks like she considered it there for a second. But now she's onto the spike fall, where touching anything is going to spell her doom.
Yeah, see if she opts to get that energy. No, she's going for it.
She's just going. Please be careful, Smash.
Oh!
Please, no! Oh my god, to the start of Misty. Holy cow. I'm starting to think that this race might already be over. This is a lot of deficit here.
Oh, and SmashyLe bashed into the spikes there once again at 1 HP. And opting not to do those uncancelled charge dashes to get over to the slime. Sitting at 2 energy, this will allow her to make a safety save here. Likely at around the cutscene area if she chooses to at all.
That, of course, being we do a lot of charge dash cancels with bashes and stomps to save energy, because charge dash normally costs an energy, but of course you can't do it at all if you only have 1. So if you save and go down to 0 energy, you can't do any of the fast movement. So even if the runner is having trouble, they usually don't opt for safety saves if they only have 1 energy. And that's exactly what happened last time, SmashyLe, no! This is just unfortunate to watch.
TheRooseIsLoose has collected the final skill, setting up for some nice rocket jumps out of the light grenade area. Just need to get to this teleporter here, and we'll be almost finished. Just needs to make his way to the escape, and 2 infamous tricks at the end of the game. And oh no!
Roos, no! Yeah, Boulder Escape doesn't usually give people too much trouble, but Roos had a nice, a little bonk there and then couldn't make it out of the way again. Having some trouble with the rocket jump to get back up there again. Face planted onto some spikes.
Yeah, if you don't get it the first time, you just have to wait there for the lasers to go off. Way, way too risky to try and beat the cycle there. Right, round 2 through the Indiana Jones boulder. And gets the health cell. All right.
No bonk this time. Oh no,
right
SmashyLe, another one.
Tree.
Another one.
Oh, that is so unfortunate.
This is painful. We've all been through this too. Any runner of this game has been infinited by Misty Woods and Sorrow Bash. We feel your pain, SmashyLe. You can do this. I believe in you to get through it anyway.
Roos grabbing the extra safe 6 health cell. And Shed, how many door warps are we looking at today?
Not sure exactly what Roose's consistency is on it so far. Oh, there's the nice helpful stat pop-up. 2/3 success. I'm gonna say 3rd try.
That would be 3/5 success rate.
It's close enough, shush. Math is hard.
Don't do math on stream, folks.
Nope, proved me wrong. First try.
Improving that average and the tournament average. Thank you, Roose. And important note, SmashyLe has reached the checkpoint.
Finally, make this to the climb tree. Of course, the second half of Misty is more dangerous than the first, so...
But with the extra energy crystals that you pretty much always get, it's a little easier to make more safety saves here. But no, given SmashyLe's attitude here, I think she's just going to go for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Meanwhile, Roose is in the final escape. Very dangerous area, any damage, and he can't complete it because this water at the end is still poisoned and he has very limited health. He manages to make it through.
I think that was only 4 health.
You know, in Roose's position here, knowing that I'm so far ahead, I wouldn't even go for the grenade jump here. I would just finish the run, but it looks like he's opting to go for the grenade jump anyway.
Now, I think he'd only consider not doing grenade jump when SmashyLe was about to get to the Horu entrance, so he has plenty of time to take care of it. There it is.
He manages to do it perfectly clean. Hopefully, he doesn't get the fake soft lock, but he shouldn't, and he's good. Yeah.
Now, Roose just needs to hold right.
SmashyLe with a moderately clean mini boss kill. She killed one of the slimes as fast as possible, but didn't manage to take out the second one. But Roose is done. He has completed his run, just got to hold right with Naru here, and he will take this race and head on in the upper bracket while SmashyLe falls to the lower.
And oh,
Oh no!
Oh, Roose. I'd expect nothing less from him.
Only thing better would have been if he waited until SmashyLe got close as well. Finish at the same time.
No, maybe he was trying to bait us into think he'd finish. It was pretty well timed. Yeah, 34-10 for Roose. You know, SmashyLe, despite having a lot of trouble from the beginning of Misty to climb the first half of Misty, her second half was very well done. The mini boss was great, very clean movement coming out. Just hope to see a clean finish from her.
Yeah. Show us what you can do, SmashyLe. Finish this out for us. She, of course, we mentioned at the start of the race, SmashyLe and Roose are currently racing in the same room as each other, so SmashyLe definitely knows that Roose is done, but looks like she's going to opt to finish the race anyway.
Has to be a little careful sitting at a single energy.
Oh! Not quite close enough to that bird to charge dash up. Instead, face planting into some spikes. There are a lot of spikes in this game.
Oh no. SmashyLe spent the last energy but knows where the backup is. You need, of course, the one energy here.
Oh no, the same thing! You gotta get a little bit closer, SmashyLe.
Yeah, just a little too low for charge dash to home in onto the bird there.
Good. That was an interesting death there.
Yeah, back onto the energy. One energy is required in order to place a save at the top, because there's one more cutscene that needs to be skipped, and it is quite a doozy if you don't skip it.
Right. Of course, we need to skip it with a save anywhere.
Okay, I'm really confused there. I saw the bird highlighted.
Usually if the enemy is highlighted, that means you will charge dash to them, but apparently not. Maybe it was just, oh, come on.
Yeah, the way charge dash works is you hold the same button that you use for like a charge jump, and enemies that are in range will get like this blue aura highlighting around them. and that is your charge dash target. So you'll see right there, there's a little bit. Okay,
Pretty weird.
gonna do the backup here with the Baneling.
Yeah.
And there we go. And she still has the energy for the save. Okay, turn on your UI, SmashyLe.
Setting it up. There you go.
There we go. All right. Gets the dash glide over, makes the save. All right.
Finally at the light grenade tree, collecting her last skill before heading to the final escape. Rather unfortunate run for Smashy here. In trouble with Sarabash, trouble in Misty, trouble with light grenade. Not something you really like to watch, but...
Yeah, but knowing Smashy, I'm sure in preparation for her next match, she'll be going to
practicing quite a bit.
Yeah, she's not out of the tournament yet. But she'll have a lot of stuff to work on and improve on, and I'm sure Roos will be with her the whole way.
Grabbing a 5th health. I wouldn't doubt that she'll grab the 6th as well in Horu Fields, although she might not. Maybe try and redeem a little bit of the spaghetti and show off that she can do the 5 health strat. We'll have to see.
I hope Smashy gets the first try everything here.
Please first try. Please door warp.
Yeah, going for the 6 health cell. Good decision. Going through the escape with 5 health, need to be really precise on your movement and bashes in the final poison water segment. And having 6 health will allow you to have a little bit of like unoptimal movement, gives you some margin to work with.
Yay!
Love that grenade jump Smashy goes for.
It's a nice I do that grenade jump as well when I'm down to 1 energy at that part. I know a lot of other runners do as well.
Okay, not first try for Smashy. Come on, Smashy, get in there. Yes.
Second try.
Second try.
No, lava. But fortunately, it autosaves for you right there.
Just the final escape is left.
Come on, Smashy. Finish this part clean, please. 6 HP final escape, and then the grenade jump. Oh, it's a rock.
Man.
That's a rock. Careful.
Don't give me a heart attack, Smashy. Oh, she's going to
lava. Looking good so far, I guess. Really close, but not dead. Here's the water.
Not being dead is definitely preferable to being dead.
Being dead's bad for your health. With
think
the
that was
6
a
HP
5.
helping out there.
Yeah.
Made it through the water. I was gonna say nice and clean, but the water's not very clean. Going for the grenade jump. I'm not sure how many attempts she has at this since we can't see her energy, but
Second
there it
try.
is. Second
There
try.
it is. Whatever that energy was, it did not matter in the end. Smashy just needs to hold right, and we'll cross the finish line momentarily.
Smashy is finished. Looks like you're gonna be coming in with a low to mid 41 here. Does not compare favorably to Roos's 34, so she will be headed to the lower bracket after this loss.
(41-17) for Smashy.
And with that finish, we're going to get the racers in for an interview. Looks like we are joined by the Roos is Loose. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Shed? doing all right after that race. A little spaghetti here and there, but overall went pretty okay.
Yeah, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, of course, you and SmashyLe were racing in the same room as each other, correct?
Yeah, she's actually about 5 feet away from me. It's pretty amazing.
It's a little unfortunate to see the spaghetti that happened to SmashyLe there in the latter half.
I mean, the thing about Ori is that like this game is just so incredibly prone to disaster. Like deaths are very costly, and you're always like just inches from death in this run. So like, I don't care who you are. You can be, Uncle Ronnie, and you can have bad runs just because you own the like margin of error for massive screw ups is really really razor thin. So I'm amazed that people don't have massive blow ups and runs more often in the tourney. Honestly,
very true. It was just like painful to watch that it wasn't just one thing. It just kept happening and over and over again. She was making up time on you up until Glide, but then it got rough from there.
Yeah, we race each other in person an awful lot, and it's pretty consistent that like she'll be even or ahead with me. For like the first half of the run, she's like very, very good in the early game. So I was really, really scared to be like 20 plus seconds behind early on.
I do have an important question for you, Roos.
Shoot.
So there were several points in the run where like you'd be coming out of Stomp, Smash would be going into Stomp. Do you do like an in-person high five whenever you high five in the race?
Unfortunately, the way that this room is arranged, like she's a little bit behind me, so like to be able to reach across and do that wouldn't quite work. But
it was impressive how many times you high five though. It was like almost like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of what went wrong, but I had the stream up, but I saw the Blackroot death, and I'm surprised that she matched pace with me for so long after that death, because that's a pretty costly one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Roos, we don't know who your opponent in the round of 32 is going to be, but Uncle Ronnie is the contender in the round of 64. Wouldn't be too uncommon or low of a chance to see him advance. How are you feeling about that potential matchup?
Oh, fantastic, because I can spend like the next couple of weeks just like playing other games and not worrying slightly about practicing. Like there's literally no point in practicing for that match.
Yeah, he's quite the opponent. That's for sure. All right.
Well, I hope you guys were entertained by that match. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it looks like we will be moving on to our next match here, which will be Richard or Augendracher versus Monkley, coming up right after this, after a quick break.
That is going to be a super hype matchup. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah,
definitely
Richard
stick
Monkley,
around.
Yeah, Richard Monkley, very good friends with each other, always going back and forth. For the longest time, Richard was trying to pop Monkley. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that match. It's going to be hype.